Shalom, 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 Israel. You know what time it is. You know what day it is. It's Friday, 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 Friday. And as always, this is how we get down. It is time for the Lashawan Qadash class. The Hebrew class, or as we like to call it in Atlanta, Hebrews 101. All right? As always, we like to do the simple things, the basic things. Take it to the foundation, if you will. We always like to focus on our letters, our pronunciations, and our syllables. So that, of course, when we have to read for our pleasure, read for the generals, or especially read for the Sabbath and the feast, we got it down pat. All right? And, of course, when you go out to another class, say like you want to attend class in Florida, you want to attend class in Chicago, Brooklyn, California, or in Texas, you can hang with the big boys, all right? With the big righteous men of the Lord, all right? So let's get down. Stick with the basics. You know how we do. Oh, I hear Salakia. Who's that?
Shalom. Shalom,
Hey, how about you, my shop brother? Good to hear from you, brother. Good to hear from you, brother. Just in case, we're really going to focus in on our letters today. You know what I'm saying? So we can definitely be ready for the feast, for the closing of the feast, the tabernacles coming up. All right? All right. So, say it with me, everybody. Take from the top. Oh, I heard another Salakia. Come on in, talk to me. Hey, how about you, brother? Good to hear from you, brother. Good to hear from you, brother. Come on in. Just in case, real quick, we're really going to focus in and hone in on our letters. Get them down pat so we can definitely be prepared for the feast of the closing of the tabernacle. All right? All right. Cool. So now, if you are following us on the Facebook or the YouTube, here we go. Take it from the top. As always, there are 22 letters in the Hebrew alphabet. Take it from the top. I, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Za, Wa, Ra, Sha, Ba. All right? Cool beans. Now, what I just pointed out was the actual pronunciation. Now, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to point to the Paleo or the ancient Hebrew, okay? We're going to say the same syllables again, all right? Remember, this is one of the best ways to learn through repetition. Constantly practice them over and over again. Making sure we can see them, read them, and hear them, all right? So we have it in our memory bank, all right? Take one top again. In the ancient Hebrew, A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Za, Wa, Ra, Sha, Ba. Right? Sounds good. All right, now, the final time going most of these alphabets in the Assyrian Hebrew. And again, we do tend to focus on the Assyrian Hebrew a lot. Why? Because it is the most predominant text available. All right? We're definitely going to go over these so we can be ready for the closing of the Feast of the Tabernacles. All right. So again, take it from the top. A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka. Remember, try not to get confused with some of these letters in the Assyrian Hebrew. They do tend to look alike, especially the Ka and the Ha, okay? We'll go over that later on. Continuing. Ta, Ya, Ka, and remember, in the Assyrian language, there are 5 letters, count them 5 letters, that will change their shapes only when they're at the end of a word. Ka being one of them, okay? Ka, la. Next we have ma. Ma. Remember, ma will change the shape at the end of the word, but it will go from looking like a bell to a box. Next we have na. Then na again. Now, when na is at the end of the word, it will remind you of the wa. But remember, it's an end word now, so it's going to have that extended clip. Okay? Cool beans. Just like ka will have the extended clip as well. Alright? Continuing on. Sa. I. Pa. Pa. I have that straight line if it's at the end word. And then taza. Taza. Okay? Qua. Ra. Sha. And then ba. Alright. Most High Christ. Most High Christ. Troopers, Lashawan and Makulat, are you with me? Alright. Troopers, Lashawan and Makulat, are you stable as in watching class, or are you mobile today? Alright, no sweat. No sweat, no sweat. Okay. So now, just in case, again, going over our letters and hitting on names again, but also making sure we get the root word of some words, all right? Because I've noticed that we certain letters tend to trip us up, all right? So, say for instance, we will see this. Especially throughout the Torah, throughout Leviticus, especially, we might see this. Okay. So now, just in case my brothers who are mobile, but they are able to at least follow us on the conference call. Okay, so now, brothers, I just wrote on the board 5 letters. I wrote La, Ya, Ha, Wa, and then Ha. What did I just write? My brothers on the conference call, I understand that you're mobile at the moment, but if you follow me on the conference call, I just wrote on the board La, Ya, Ha, Wa, and then Ha. Are you able to tell me what I just wrote?
So I got one.
Go ahead.
I'm on YouTube trying to glance at it, but everything's very.
Okay. Everything's a little blurry, you said. No sweat. We move the camera just a little bit. Maybe that might help us out. All right, put water, brother. How do we look now?
So I got one. You got the angle right, but it's still blurry.
Okay. Yeah, I see now. Okay.
Yeah, push him back.
Huh? Push it back. All right, cool. How does that look?
That's what.
Excellent. Cool. So now you're following on the YouTube. What did I just write? I understand there's a little glare. Okay. Get closer. Very good. I wrote La Yahweh. Okay. So now, seeing this phrase, something simple. What is the root word of this? All right. Very good. Very good. Yahweh is the root word. Okay, cool. So now it's going to be the same when we are reading in the Hebrew, when we read the text. Okay? So now when you see that, you'll see that La Yahweh. You're going to just read out simply La Yahweh. Okay? I understand because in certain words might trip us up. Okay? So now let's put another name to this. Okay? Let me write this out. All right. So now here's something else. Shupakashan or Shupmakulat. Read to me what I just wrote on the board. All right. Go ahead. All right. Say that again. Okay, good. You said wa ma wasar. Good. So again, here's the root word. Here's the root word. Ma wasar. Okay? And when we see that in the text, we just simply pronounce wa ma wasar. Okay? And now, here is something that I had learned before. Just in case if I never taught this, okay? Okay? Put this down in your notes. All right. So just in case, for any of you who are read the text or hear the text, and if you see these letters in front of a word, okay? So now when we see this, we'll see La. Just like when we're in Sabbath service, and we'll say La Yasha Allah, which means to Yasha Allah, okay? So you don't necessarily have to combine all of it in the word, okay? Just like when you see the text, you see to Israel. La Yasha Allah, okay? So La means to. Here we have the wa, okay? In the text, the wa is going to mean and. Right? Just like how we wrote earlier. Wa mawasar. Okay, so wa is going to mean and instruction and diligence. Okay? When you see ha, how was ha written? Just like that. Okay. So you'll see ha is going to mean the. Alright? So if you hear Ha Abba, if I believe I'm correct, the Father. Okay? Ha is going to mean the or the. Okay? And then you will see Ba. Okay? Certain long words, you will see Ba. For instance, when you hear Ba Hashem, alright? What are we saying? In the name of. Okay? So just in case, let's get that written down in our notes. Okay? Now, once we know what these letters mean and how they're supposed to be pronounced, it can help us read the text. Okay? Alright, so troopers, Mapalai and Lashawan, just in case. I understand that you are mobile at the moment. So for your mental notes as well. La will mean two. Wa will mean and. Ha will mean the or the. And ba will mean in. Alright? We'll try and try. Alright. So now, let's try this again. Hey, Shalom, how about some Shabbat? Talk to me. Who is this? Hey, in the building. Good to hear from you as always, brother. Alright. So just in case, I'll see how you guys checking in with us. We're just doing our basics again, going over our letters, and hitting a few root words and names, and making sure we get our prepositional phrases, I believe, or articles, such as la, ha, wa, and va, and trying to learn and understand when to how to really pronounce them when it comes to phrases when reading the text. All right. So, no sweat. Trooper Gashan, if you're with me. If you're still mobile and you're able to follow YouTube, read what's on the board for me, just real quick. Go ahead. Uh-oh. Okay. Let me check it out. All right, check me out now. Check me out. Looks like I'm okay. You know what? It did. You're right. We got a bad connection, bad cord or something.
Just plug it, unplug it. Come back on.
Yeah, it was already plugged in. I could actually hear it and everything.
No, it's about for the camera.
Yeah, we got a bad cord. So we gotta fix that.
Make sure the blue light's on. What?
Light
On.
on?
So blue light's on, right? In front of the camera?
Huh?
The blue light's on in front of the camera?
No, I don't see a blue light. out between times. We're working on our camera. So triple design, just in case. What I wrote was La, Ya, Sha, Ra, Ah, and then La. No time for us. Come on, brother.
No, no.
If you can remember all that, what did I just pronounce? What did I spell?
Shalom, Yahanna.
Okay.
Back up and going now.
All right, no time for it.
Got one.
Okay. I see I'm kind of blurry. Am I blurry or am I good?
It's two off.
Okay, yes, I can see it.
Want me to sound it out?
Absolutely, absolutely. Go ahead and read it for me. Very good. Okay. This is why I wrote that out. Okay. So now, I'm going to write in English how we should actually pronounce this, okay? I'm going to give it a different color. So, my folks can see the difference. Right? Cool. So now you said La Ya Shara Allah. Okay, cool. So now, this is how I want it pronounced. Now I'll write this out. Okay. Cool, so now, let me know if you can see this, Trooper Gashan. For the edification of the class, I want you to read this out for me. Read out the blue. I gotta read out in English. Good. So that's how it should be pronounced. Not La, Ya, Shar, Ra, Allah. La, Ya, Shar, Allah. Okay? Are you able to hear the difference? Okay, most time Christ. Cool. So now, from now on, when you're up there, or any brother who's up there, I expect this word to be pronounced just like that. La Yasha Allah. Okay? That's how it should be pronounced. La Yasha Allah. Okay? Not Ra Allah. Yashar Allah. Yasha Allah. All right. Most time Christ. All right. Let's see. Let's get something else. Okay. Here's something else that we might see in the text. Let's see if my brothers can read this. our next phrase on the board. Officer Yahanna, if you could, show off for me, please.
So, like, I'm driving at the moment, and the screen is a little blurry. I can't make out what you're saying.
Oh, man. Okay. Okay, yeah, I see it. I don't know what's going on with my camera today. No sweat.
Yeah, go too close to the screen. I'm go
Think
close
of
to the thing.
Okay, I'm not gonna touch the camera. I'm gonna just touch the board.
Yeah.
Hopefully that'll work out. Okay. Give it a moment. All right, just in case. I realize everybody there's a lag. There's a major lag on here. Okay, so now just in case, I wrote out ha, na, pa. I meant to write out. I'm missing a letter. Okay. Here we go. Just in case, I wrote out ha, na, pa, sha, ka, ya, and ma. Oh, go ahead.
Is there a Yahanna Pas?
Yes. That's what I meant to write out. Yeah, very nice. Ha na pashkayim. Very good. So again, we wrote out the souls, the living souls. That's what we wrote out. The living souls. All right. Very nice. So again, trying to get down to these root words, and when we see them in the text.
So,
Go ahead.
that soul is plural, right?
Yes. Very nice indeed. All right. All right, here's something else. Here's our next word. You know what? I realize there's that big glare. I have to write on the other side. Go ahead. Absolutely, indeed. And just for the class, I'm going to write it again. Alahayim, yes. Very good. Alahayim. Which should mean powers. Okay? So again, just trying to go over some of these words that we will see a lot in the text, trying to get them down. Okay? So again, when we have to read for the feast, we have it down pat, okay? We won't trip up as much. Cool. Okay. Let's see. All right. let's see if we can read this one out. Did my camera fade again? Yes, go ahead. Okay, close. I'm glad you did that. Give me 1 second. Go ahead, sis. You were saying Salakia?
No, I was just saying that your camera was there.
Okay. Thank you very much, sis. I do appreciate that. Okay. Trooper Gashan. If you can take a shot at it, if you can take a glance at this, let me hear how you can pronounce this. Go ahead. Okay. So now, I'm going to write out in the English how this one should be pronounced. No slip. This is what we're here for. Okay. Wa, ha, okay, now, can everybody see this? So now, just in case, this word should be pronounced Waha Korbatham. Waha Korbatham. Is everyone able to see that? Okay, now, remember that we were talking about the root words. So now, can anybody tell me the root word of this? The root word. Or at least give me the letters where the root word will start. Go ahead. Triple Gashan. Very good. Very good. Very good. Yes. Or what's also acceptable is Korab. Korab. But since we have more letters, Waha Korabatham. Okay? So now, seeing how we see we have Korab, so now when we have these other letters in front of it, when we look at the whole word, we won't get as confused. Okay? We don't get as confused. So instead of reading Wa-hak Ra-batham, we'll see it and understanding that we have and then Korabatham. Alright, does everyone understand? taking out words coming from the book of Leviticus, chapter 23. Okay? Taking out words from the book of Leviticus, chapter 23. Alright? Cool. Yes, sis, go ahead.
Could you tell me what that last word means?
No sweat. Give me a few seconds. Okay. Now that word, the root word, korab, should mean offer. Well, correct, it should mean offer. Okay? And now, with that phrase, looking at our blue letter, it should mean, and ye shall offer.
Thank you.
No sweat, sis. All right? So now, anyone read this for me? Also, Yahanna. Can you read this word for me? Or read this phrase for me? Huh? Okay, no sweat, no sweat. I realize. Yeah, no sweat, no sweat. No sweat. I realize that. I realize that. Okay, close. Okay. Good, good, good. Okay. Now, if you can see this, so now, I was saying Yahweh, you said, Taqwa Awa. Good. Now, if you could, read it like you know it. There you go. Absolutely. Taqwa Awa. Very good, very good. And of course, just in case, the root word is here. Quara. Quara. Okay? So then we'll have the qua awa. Alright. Cool, cool. Alright, so then does everybody have this part? The taqwa awa. Taqwa awa. Very good, very good. And just in case, sis, if you're trying to write certain things down in your notes, Quara, if I'm correct, should mean proclaim. Proclaim. No sweat, no sweat. And again, we're going from our blue letter Bible. If you have that in your phone, we're in Leviticus chapter 23. And we just took a word from verse 37. We just took from the phrase verse 37. Alright. Pretty much again, we're trying to get these phrases right, get these root words right, So when we have to read for the feast, we won't stumble as much. We can get through these words a little quicker and whatnot. Really study these. All right. Now let's get to another word that we might see. All right. Go ahead. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Very good, very good. I.S.U.P.K. All right. Now remember earlier we did I.S.U.P.K. Now we have I.S.U.P.K. I.S.U.P.K. Okay. And this phrase should mean your God. Should mean your God. Okay. Just in case if I'm correct, this piece right here should mean the your. All right. Here is God. Very good, officer. Very good. All right. All right, Triple Gashine, you're up. We tend to see this in the text as well. All right, Triple Gashine, you're up next. All right. Read it for me.
Screen got a little fuzzy, but it looked like
All right, my man. Just in case, I want to be sure. Very good. Very good. Damayam, which should mean perfect or without blemish. Perfect or without blemish. Good. All right. So now here's another word to go over. Because again, it does show up a lot in the text. Okay. So let's see, sis, you've been in the class for a little bit. I would like you to pronounce this word for me right here. Give the sister a hand. The first time you had it right, Shabbat. Very good. Very good, sis. Very good. Okay. So now we have Shabbat, which should mean Sabbath. Sabbath. Good. All right. So, but now, brothers, we'll see also in the text, we'll see Shabbat, but then then we'll see more letters added in the text. Okay? So now, Qadash, you're up. Uh-huh. All right. No sweat. No sweat. Come on through. We already did our root word. We already did our root word. So what are the next two letters after that? Okay. We already established that. Good. We have Shabbat. Good. So now, what's my next two letters? Huh? Very good. Shabbat one. Good. 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 That's what I like to see. Okay, because again, we're going over some of these words that tend to trip us up. Okay, so first we'll see Shabbat, and then continue later on the text we'll see Shabbat one. Okay, very good, very good. All right. Okay. Okay. So next, let's read this. Qadash. Can you read this for me? Go ahead.
That is,
Huh?
listen, God.
Okay. Just okay. Let me make this a little. Maybe I make that a little easier to read. All right. Huh? Say it again.
No, that's fine.
Very good. Very good. There we go. Good. Okay, that's Bunya. Good. Now, read it again. Go ahead. Uh-huh. There you go. Very good. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Very good. All right. Good. Now, just in case, I seemed like you had got tripped up just for a little bit. So now, and again, this is just for the edification of the class. I have to pick on solo dolo. Remember, Yah is going to be a very small letter, okay? Yah is going to be a very small letter. Qadash, you might have got tripped up because you thought the Yah was the ancient Hebrew God. All right? You see the difference? Very good, very good. And just also remember, if you do kind of stagger on that, remember, Yah is going to be the smallest letter. Yod is the smallest letter in the Hebrew alphabet. Well, it's like it in the Assyrian Hebrew alphabet. It is the smallest letter, okay? And also remember, when you saw the God in the Assyrian, God is going to look like a clothes hanger, right? In the Assyrian, God looks like a clothes hanger. All right. Okay. Everybody's doing very good. Very good. Let's see if we can do a few more words. All right. Also, yeah, how you died? Talk to me. Very good, very good. Hawa Shabbathia. Hawa Shabbathia. Very good. Again, I'll see how without understanding that when you look at the text, Shabbat is the root word. Shabbat is the root word. And also, when you do read the text, when you read the English text, you will see and the Sabbath. You will see and the Sabbath. So now knowing that, and then seeing the Assyrian Hebrew, again, you will read it, Hawa Shabbatim. You're not going to read Hawash Bathaya. Why? Because you understand that Shabbat is the root word. Okay? So again, not Hawash Bathya, but as also Yahweh said, Hawash Shabbatia. Okay? Very nice, very nice. Okay? See if I can find a harder word. Yahweh, Slaki. Triple Gashan. You're up. Go ahead, please. This is the root word. Quack. Quack them. Okay? And this should mean shall take. Shall take. Look at the interlinear. First phrase. And ye shall take. Remember wa is in. Alright? Wa quack them. Very good, Trophy. Very good. Very good. They're getting better. Getting better already. I like it. Very nice. And again, going over these, trying to find some of these words that might give us a little difficulty, so again we can read properly for the feast. Okay? Come on in and talk to me. Who's this? Hey, how about you, Mr. How are you, brother? It's all right. It's all right. Good to hear from you, brother. Good to hear from you. All right. Just in case, pretty much what we're doing, we're going over phrases and root words, particularly from the book of Leviticus, chapter 23. Making sure we get these words down pat when we have to read for the feast. Here's another word. True Makulat. Are you still mobile? Are you able to look at this on YouTube? Most High in Christ, Most High in Christ. I almost forgot about you. Okay, if you're able to follow us on the YouTube, I wrote out a word coming from the text in Leviticus chapter 23. I would like for you to read this on the board for me. See if you can pronounce this. Hold on, Lashawan. Let me see if True Marco I can read this first. Oh, it is? Okay. Somebody doesn't want y'all able to read for the feast. just moved it up, and I moved it back. I saw the blurriness. Are you able to follow with me now? Go ahead. Uh-huh. All right. I heard the first letter. No. Let's look back to our notes. We got the first part right. We got the la. Very good. What's my next one? What's my next letter? That's a very good question. Very good question. You read in Hebrew, remember to read from right to left. Read from right to left. And now I'm going to write out the English spelling from left to right. Good. No sweat. What? All right. Remember now, everything is on one line. There are no extended clips. No extended clips. Remember, when you see an extended clip, it's going to be at the end of the word. It'll be at the end of the word, okay? But that's very good because you thought this was the extended clip, but it's not. So if it's not ka because it's not at the end of the word, but it's near the middle, what should it be? Okay, close. I'll go ahead and give it to you. Huh? Okay. All right. Pretty good, Drew. Pretty good. Let's make sure we get back to reading those letters again, okay? All right, come on in, sis. Give it a shot. Let me hear what you can do. Okay. No, not quite. Okay. All right, hold on. But my sis did give me the next letter, which I will accept. Very good, sis. You knew the next letter. No sweat. All right, cool. Trubagushan. Let me hear what you can do. I know you've been reading your letters as well. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now you were saying Ladar Bayakam. Is that what you're saying? Okay. All right. Close. Now, let's try to say it in a way, phonetically, where it's going to pretty much just roll off your tongue. Okay, so now, Ladar Bayakam, it doesn't really roll off the tongue, okay, phonetically, okay? Officer Yahanna, talk to me. My man. Very good. Ladarapyakam. Very good. Very good. brothers have to read for the feast, which is coming up in a few days, I know that you're gonna read better than me up there. Isn't that right? I'll see how you die. In the building. All right. Cool. All right. Cool. So now, Trooper Isaiah, you've been studying your letter, is that correct? Excellent, okay. Cool beans. All right. So just in case, I realize we've done a few harder words. Let's start from the beginning, just real quick, for our true Isaiah, so you can catch up with us, okay? So now, true Isaiah. Go ahead. Yeah, I see it. Okay, no sweat. Give it a few seconds. I'm not sure what's going on with my screen, my camera. Just saw how I just faded out. I realized there's a good drag in the timeline. If you're able to see it real quick, maybe you can make out what I read. Go ahead.
The camera was focusing on you. When you left the image, it went blurry again.
Okay. Yeah, I'm noticing that. All right. Well, let's see. Just to keep the class moving, Troop, I know usually you have your notebook with you. If you could write these letters out for me, okay? Write out La, Ya, Ha, Wa, and then Ha, and pronounce that for me. Very good. That's how I like to hear it. We're reading the text. Very good. Okay? So now, just in case if it being blurry again, Trooper Isaiah, I would like for you to write out these letters. Wa, Ya, Da, Ba, and then Ra. Pronounce that for me. if you can, huh? No, please, go ahead. Continue. Go ahead and read it for me. My man, very good, very good. Wayah the bar. That should mean and speak. And speak. Very nice, very nice. Alright. Here's another one. True Bazaar. Again, I do understand there's a lag, so just in case, I would like for you to write, just in case it does get blurry again, I would like for you to write out these letters: La, Ah, Ma, and Ra. Right on time. Huh? Yes, I said La, Ah, Ma, and Ra. My man, absolutely. Absolutely in the building. Okay. Okay. Well, if we're getting down like that, I'm going to go ahead and write out a whole phrase. Forgive me if I get a little too anxious with this. Have caught up, if I caught up to the clearness. Alright. So just in case, if we're not clear, the first word is Wa, Ya, Da, Ba, Ra. Wa, Ya, Da, Ba, Ra. Second word is Ya, Ha. Second word is Ya, Ha, Wa, Ha. Okay. So again, we have Wa, Ya, Da, Ba, Ra. Second word is Ya, Ha, Wa, Ha. Third word is Ah, Ma. Fifth word is Ma, Sha, Ha. And the last word is La, Ah, Ma, Ra. Alright? I want to see if people can read this phrase for me. Absolutely. I would like for you, True Shubakashan and to Makulat to read this. Are you ready? Very good, Troop. Very good. Shubakashan, you're up. Very good, very good. Troop Makulat. Can you read this and repeat what he just said? No sweat. You're slaving. Okay, you are excused. The water for checking in. The water for checking in. I do appreciate that. All right, but in the meantime, Makulat, I do expect you to read over these letters a lot more, and we will be in contact to see how you're coming along. Is that clear? Absolutely. Officer Yahanna. Go ahead, brother. Okay. What you put on the board, does that mean the Lord spake unto Moses saying, Well, now, that is a very good question. And I would have to say, Khan. Yes, that is exactly what I wrote. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying. Okay? Now, again, you do remember we've been talking about reading words, going over the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, being prepared for the upcoming feast. Basically doing letters so that when we have to read for the feast, we got it down pat. This phrase right here, you will see several times throughout this chapter. You will see it several times throughout this chapter. So for all my brothers, my young men, my troopers especially, when you see this phrase, Wayah Dabar Yahweh Al Mashah La Amar, I would like for you to go ahead and breeze through that phrase. Everything else, I can understand. Everything else, I understand. We do have to take our time. But if you can at least get this one phrase, Wayah Dabar Yahweh Al Mashah La Amar. Show me you know what you're doing. Show me that you have been reading over your letters. Show me that you have been studying the text. Alright? This is what I expect. Okay? But again, we do Hebrews 101, but we do the basics so that when we have to do the big stuff, we got it down pat. Alright? So this is what I expect of my brothers, all my troopers. And if I could, I got a sister. We have a sister in the class as well. We have a sister in the class, and she has been tagging along with us for quite some time. For a little bit of time now. And she is able to read a few of these words. Okay? And so I expect my troopers and my officers who tag along to be able to help her with this. And also show her what to do and to read this, okay? I'm very glad that my sister is on the line, reading and following along with us, but I want my brothers to really show off. Okay, I don't want Officer Yahanna to be the only one showing off in this class. I expect Officer in the Pars to show off in this class. I expect Trooper Gashan, Trooper Makulat. Okay? All my people to show, all my brothers to show off. Trooper Mawasar, Trooper Ma'aisha Allah. I expect all you brothers to show off. Okay? Is that clear for everyone? Most High in Christ, Most High in Christ. Absolutely, that's what I like to hear. All right. So, now we just did this. Wayah Dabar Yahweh Al Mashah La Amar. Very nice. just about near the end of the class. Are there any words, anywhere that brothers have had problems with? Or, for, I'll say, how you die, he can get this request later. Maybe there might be a verse that he would like to hear. Trooper Gashan, Trooper Azar, you're up. Any words that you're having problems with? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I wrote down a word a few weeks ago, but I think you reached the book before I got the meaning. What does, if I may, what does Mashalia mean?
Pronounce that again.
Mashalia.
Aha. Mashalia. Mashalia should mean the book of Psalms. That should mean songs. No sweat. Oh, Slack it. No, my apologies, my apologies. That means Proverbs. Proverbs. I'm sorry. Mashalia is Proverbs. Dawia Young is Psalms. That's it. Mashalia is Proverbs. No sweat, no sweat. Triple Lashawan, did you have something to say? No sweat, no sweat. All right, I understand that Trooper Makulat is slaving. That is all right. Officer Potts, did you have an issue with some words that we might need to go over? Some words. No? No, you can think of? Okay. No sweat. So now, also how you die. Do you have a request, or should I just do one for you? Hey, just in case, I'm already there. Just in case, I'm already there. I had a feeling that's what you might like. So, now, for the class, I will first write this out in Hebrew. Alright. This for anyone who does not have the blue letter. Okay. Alright. Okay, so now, let's see, Triple Gashan. No sweat. Tubazar, talk to me. Okay, no sweat, no sweat. If you can, go to the book of Mashalia, chapter 137, please. Are you there? Yes. No, my apologies, I did it again. The book of Psalms. Let's go to the book of Psalms. Dawia Young, that's Dawia Young. The book of Psalms, chapter 137. Chapter 137, and let's go to verse 9. ahead and read it for me in the English. Read it for me in the English.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 137, verse 9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stone.
Absolutely, absolutely. So come from the book of Psalms, chapter 137, verse 9. In English, one more time. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. All right. And now, for a request for Officer Yahanna, we'll read this out in the Hebrew. So it should be as follows. Ashaya, Shayakaz, Wa Napataza, Auyaya, Auyaka, Al Hasalai. Alright? So again, Ashaya, Shayakaz, Wanapataza, Auyaka, Al Hasalai. And what we just read in the Hebrew is, happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. So how did that sound? Did that sound pretty phonetically correct in the Hebrew? Sound like it rolled off the tongue a little bit? Absolutely, absolutely. Now again, I am not the best at this Hebrew. The only thing is I just happen to repeat a lot of letters in my head and I read them a lot. Okay? And once we practice this, we practice together and we will get stronger together. And again, you can read this as well, okay? Once you get these letters down pat and then you understand these root words, then you'll be able to read good, okay? So one more time for Officer Yahanna. This is one of his favorite scriptures. Ashaya, Shaya Akaz, Wanapataza, Auyaka, Al Hasalai. Alright? Happy shall he be that dasheth, Salakia. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. And again, if we can get down to these letters, get down to our original language in the Hebrew, follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, according to the Bible, according to righteousness, under our King Yahushua, under our Lord, the Most High, Yahweh, we will be able to do this in the righteous kingdom to all of our oppressors and their descendants who oppressed our ancestors, who oppressed us in ancient times, in olden times, who oppressed us in modern times, okay? But we have to come back to these scriptures under command of Yahanna. All right? And he will help lead us out of this captivity, out of this oppression. All right? And with that, we'll pass the class off to Officer Qadash.
Excellent work. Alright, SHALAM is ready. This is the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We're at I.S.U.P.K Star at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Room for a new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister come into the school, there are limits for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to set themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother and sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. My Ishra means 10 in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the church department or teacher. Priest one, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you like to give. Right now we in the 5th day of the Feast of the Tabernacle. We have the closing on the 8th day. That will be Tuesday on the 28th. Remind any Archeum and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. Right over here. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that, the men of Israel are mighty. Give a right salute to the teacher and the men in the class. Men of Israel, are mighty Sabbat, are mighty. Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakathon. Why I say to you in Hebrew?
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakathon.
Now, okay, slow. Okay, we'll say in Hebrew, we're going to translate to you in English. May the Most High in the name of Christ bless you. Yah Mutai, we hands down. We have a sister online class. Give one curse salute to your sister. Men in Israel, Almighty Sabat, Almighty, Rock, Yahweh Shema El Thal Bashem Yahushai. We have just said to your sister online in Hebrew, I'm going to translate it. May the Most High watch over you in the name of Christ. Yah Mutai, we hands down, class dismissed.